It's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking AFC Championship game. It should be a good one between the Bills and the Chiefs. It may be cold outside, but our promo code is hot for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. So the Chiefs are favored -3, especially on the news that Patrick Mahomes will be playing coming out of the concussion protocol, which I'm sure Chiefs fans are really happy to hear. Line hasn't changed, though. It's still Chiefs -3, total of 54. We've got Nick from the Insiders Room to break this one all down for us. Nick, initial thoughts on this game?
Well, we as a company, Chelsa, we've already broken this game down completely. We have some of the world's top handicappers here that are, they're grinding daily to find an edge in every game that we do. We have the most up-to-date injury reports, and even the most casual football fans, they know the cast of characters. They know the strengths and weaknesses of these teams. They know the coaches. And so from a football perspective, I think at this point, there's not a lot left that we can really say to break down this game. But as someone that bets on sports on a daily basis, and, as much as I can over the last 20 years, from a gambling and an investing perspective, I think that this AFC Championship game sets up as a shootout and not a chess match. The total opened at 55. It's pretty much 54 across the board now. As you said, Patrick Mahomes, he's for sure playing. So now everyone's happy, except the Bills, I guess. Last week, the Bills, they won last week at home because of their defense. It was a defensive affair. It was a windy, it was a cold day. But you know what? Buffalo isn't here because of its defensive play this year. The reason that it's in the AFC Championship game is because of its offense. It averaged over 32 points per game. Both of these teams rank in the top 5 in yardage and in points scored. So, yeah, I did go 4-0 last weekend, Chelsa, with my divisional picks. And I do have a play on the side in this game, which you can pick up over at picksandparlays.net. But as far as the total is concerned here, I like the over. I don't see these offenses being stopped on Championship Sunday.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are leaning that direction. And just as a football fan, that's what I would love to see, just because you've got two of the quarterbacks with the most dynamic arms in the league. Josh Allen last week wanted to prove that he could probably throw a football over a stadium at some points, and you kind of just wanted him to get a first down. And then Patrick Mahomes, I'm wondering if the toe injury is going to hinder him at all, because I don't think it's going to slow him down that much, because they have things they can kind of numb the pain with. And I think at this stage in the game, it's not week 6 against the Chargers or whatever. This is one of the bigger games this season. I think he's going to give it all he's got, because obviously a toe injury can hinder the way you run and hinder the way you throw on the run. I don't think it's going to be as big of an issue as people probably think. I'm taking the Chiefs here. It just seems like it's the better all-around team. And of two offenses that you can't stop, I like the consistency, I think, that I see from the Chiefs. The problem with the Bills for me, they didn't run the football hardly at all last week. And I don't know if that's kind of a chess move by McDermott because of the Ravens' ability to stop the run. But I think Kansas City is a lot more balanced. So that's where I am leaning. And plus, I really like their secondary. If the Bills are going to throw the ball a lot, you need a good secondary to stop them. And I think Kansas City has that. They have 16 picks this season, just 2 behind the league-leading Steelers. So if Tyrann Mathieu can get hot and maybe have a couple picks, which Josh Allen's been really good this season, I don't expect him to throw any terrible balls, but it's just hard to go against the Chiefs. And I know the argument is they've been so bad against the number this season. Well, they've only been favored by about 3 in 2 of those games, against the Saints and against the Bucks. And they pushed in one, and then they lost the other one by the hook. So it's a little unfair to say that they've been bad against the spread, because we're not talking about a double-digit spread here. So I like the Chiefs, but I think it's going to be a sweat. Any other thoughts you want to add to my way too long monologue?
No, I like your breakdown there on the side for sure. It was excellent. I guess one prop that I was looking at was a Chelsa anytime touchdown. I think that he's going to need to be a big part of this offense. I mean, of the two teams, the Chiefs are a little more banged up. They've had some COVID issues, of course, the injury issue to Mahomes there, but there are other players, other sort of key players that are even questionable come on Sunday now. But one player who isn't is Chelsa. And so I think you can get that as an anytime touchdown as plus money right now. And so that just throwing that out there, I think that that's a solid prop wager to take a look at.
Yeah, I love it. That's one that's won me some money over the past couple of weeks because you've had to combine an anytime touchdown with the Chiefs, spread or money line just to get some kind of value. But yeah, I think when it comes to this stage in the game, it seems like those really solid offensive players, no one can guard them. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter your coverage. It doesn't matter your cornerbacks. Those really standout offensive weapons like Kelsey, like Stephon Diggs, it's just they're a mismatch for everybody. It doesn't matter how good your secondary is. So that'll be something that will be really fun to watch. And I think that's a really viable option, especially when it comes to the end zone. But that's going to wrap it up. Thanks to Nick from the Insider's Room for your breakdown. Of course, you can get his picks at the website, picksandparlays.net, for a side on the game. So that's going to do it. Nick, thanks for joining us.